Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on a front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, happy Friday to you. I hope it's a happy Friday to you. Welcome to the Front Porch. My name is Kenny Dean. Ryan Fuller is in there. Scott is not out here. Scott Blake will be out here on Monday, though. Scott, hope you're having a good day, and look forward to seeing you on Monday. Let's see who's on the line. Reverend Dick Stark, good Friday morning to you, sir.
Hey, it's good to be with you again, Kenny. We're going to have a great day today.
Well, it's been a good week. We thank you for taking your time to be with us all week. What's going on at Faith Temple this weekend?
Well, we're having our regular Sunday service, 10:30, and as I always say, if you're just sitting on your couch or in your easy chair Sunday morning with nothing to do, I want to invite you to come out and join us, and let's worship God together. So we'd be happy to have you.
When did y'all move in the church y'all are in now, Reverend? What was it in the 70s?
We moved into this building in 1987.
87. Wow. I did not. That's a
We've been here a while.
That's a beautiful church, and I'm
thank you very much.
And it's got some beautiful people on the inside too.
Well, we think so, and we'd love to have more. So we just want to invite folks to come out Sunday and just be a part of what God is doing here.
Well, I hope you have a good turnout, and of course we're into a brand new month, and we a little bit wet, and you've been with us. I appreciate your thought for the days and the way you've touched many lives this week, because I know you have. So we'll turn it over to you right now for the thought for the day.
Well, Kenny, thank you very much, and it's been a great pleasure to be with you and Scott this week, and to share some thoughts from the Word of God with you. Our theme this week has been the one another principle and the things that we can do for one another and how we can benefit one another. And as I said at the beginning of the week, there are over 133 verses in the Bible that refer to one another. 34 of them are directly related to fellowship in the body of Christ. And so I want to take some of the words of Jesus this morning from John chapter 13 and verse 34. And it says, "A new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another." Kenny, love is expressed in many different ways. In fact, a guy by the name of Gary Chapman has written a great book that's been around for a long time and continues to bless people, called The 5 Love Languages. And I want to tell you about one of those today. This took place years ago in a junior high school in the town of Morris, Minnesota. The math teacher in that school, she decided she wanted to pass around some blank sheets of paper and have each student write down the names of all the other students in the class, and then to write something, the nicest thing that they could say about that person. And this had been, Kenny, I know you, do you remember, this reminded me in high school, do you remember in our graduation year how people would take the yearbooks, and in the back of the yearbook were blank pages, and we'd have people write some kind of comment about us in those pages. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
that was a great exercise, and it forced you really to look for the best in people. And of course, sometimes the comments were comedic and offhand and backhanded, but there were at least thoughtful comments that people wrote in there. But on this particular day, she asked the students specifically to write down the nicest thing they could say about that student. At the end of the class period that day, she took all of the sheets and she compiled them into an individual sheet for each student, so that that person would have all of the comments that the other people in the class had written about them. And so there was a young man in the class there at the school named Mark Eklund. Years later, he went off to Vietnam to fight in the war there, and he was killed in action in Vietnam. And so those who, and this wasn't long after he'd gotten out of high school, those who were in school when Mark was in attendance there, a lot of them came to his funeral. At the end of the funeral, Mark's dad approached his junior high math teacher, who happened to be at the class, and he had in his hand a tattered piece of paper that they found on Mark when he was killed in Vietnam. And as he handed that piece of paper to her and she opened it up, she smiled when she recognized it. It was the list of nice things that his classmates had said about him all the way back in middle school. He kept it on him throughout his life, and of course, when he was killed in Vietnam, they found that list on his person. So, Kenny, my point in telling you this is that we never know how we affect the lives of other people. And years down the road, something may come up, something you did, something you said that was a blessing to somebody, that they held on to. It became a scrapbook memory for them, and they held on to that for the rest of their lives. I just want to leave y'all this week, and all of our listeners, I want to leave you with this thought that if we love each other as Christ has loved us, we will have a better world to live in. So I pray that you have been blessed by what we've talked about this week, and that you'll have a wonderful weekend, and that this will be a blessed weekend in the Lord, and you'll find some way to serve and give yourself away to somebody else. God bless you, Kenny, and thank you for the time that you've given me this week.
God bless you, my friend, and thank you for those kind words that I hope people will go out and use some kind words on somebody. You just never know what they're going through a lot of times, and you never know maybe what you say or that smile you give them. That's exactly the remedy. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, Kenny, everybody's got some kind of battle that they're in.
Sure.
Throughout life. And so we can just make life a little bit better for somebody else. if we'll take some of these one another principles and put them to work.
Great challenge going into the weekend. Again, thank you. Tell Sandra we said hello. Tell the Faith Temple congregation, the Front Porch says hello and thank you for what they do for this community.
God bless you, and you have a wonderful weekend, and all of those with you there, and our listeners as well.
Going to, buddy. Take care, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Reverend Dick started getting our day started. We got a show to do today. In fact, this morning, Rodney Cousin, it's a phone call that we did this week, but Rodney Cousin will be on talking about let's celebrate Camp Tuckabatchee. And he'll tell you all about that at 6:30 this morning. Kurt and Lee Fitzner will be on with us today, talk about Pennington Park. They haven't been on in a while, and I'm anxious to see them. I'm anxious to find out the future of Pennington Park in downtown Dadeville. Jason Moran will be out here with the EMA, Tallahassee County EMA director. We'll talk about weather. In fact, let's talk about the weather right now. 88 for a high. We're starting out at 70 today, 45, 40% chance of rain. Going into the night, a slight chance of rain. A lot of things planned in the whole area, especially down at Russell Crossroads. Partly cloudy, 72. And the weekend, things go looking kind of wet. Tomorrow, a slight chance of rain, 89 and 71. That increases to 70% chance on Sunday, 79 and 68. 40, 50, 40 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, low 80s, upper 60s. So looking like the next several days, we could get some rain. But you know what? Ain't going to rain on these folks' parade down at Alex City Marine. They say, just come on by and see us. Just sit down with us, and let's see if we got a brand new or a used Tri-Tune or another, maybe a runabout for you at Alex City Marine, Cherokee Road. Salvation Army. Of course, if you're out and about today, you're looking for summer clothes for your child. You're looking for summer clothes for yourself. You're looking for furniture for yourself. You're looking for pots and pans for somebody else. Maybe you're even looking for a lamp. Well, they got all that to show you and for you to take home with you. Salvation Army, 6800 US 280.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air, your comfort is our priority. As we gear up for yet another season of unpredictable Alabama weather, we are encouraging all of our customers to ensure their safety and comfort with the installation of a whole home generator. Don't be left in the dark. Generators provide power quickly during an outage, ensuring your home's essential appliances are running efficiently. If whole home comfort and peace of mind is what you're looking for, look no further than Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air for the installation of your new generator.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers, and you never have to leave Tallahassee County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Southern Charm Antiques and Estate Sales, located in the heart of downtown Alex City, offers a variety of quality antiques and unique items. Family owned and operated, you can expect a warm welcome every time you walk in the door. They offer professional estate sales services to you and your family. With over 50 plus years combined experience, they would be honored to serve you. Call 256-275-6609.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SEC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats, there's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
Friday on the green. Well, tonight you heard the weather forecast just a little bit ago. It looks like it's going to be a good night. So come on down to Russell Crossroad Presents Friday on the Green with the Bank Walkers. Folks, you're going to love them. Those guys play a little bit of everything. They're very talented, and you can go enjoy them. And you know what? It's free, 6:30 to 8:30 tonight, Friday on the Green with the Bank Walkers. You know, between Robert Gunn and others throughout our area, the entertainment. I think about all the guys and gals and duos and bands that play around here. Golly bum, we got plenty of entertainment around here, and just about any time you go, most time it doesn't cost you anything. All you gotta do is just sit back and enjoy the ride. Let's talk about. I'm talking about these girls were just on here yesterday. I'm talking about Gail Wilder, Miss Jerry Strickland from the First Baptist Church over in Dadeville, talking about their cookbook they're putting together. Let me tell you something. The First Baptist Church in Dadeville has something going on all the time, and it's always something positive. And I can't think of anything more positive than a recipe book. It may be one of those things that brings your family together, literally. I mean, you know, let's get together and cook something together, family. You bring the recipe book, and you pick it out, and let's all join in the kitchen and cook something together. I don't know, I just thought about that. Maybe that'd be something good for y'all to do. I know what I got to do. It's time for the Kalijah Country Keys of Summer 2025 clues are like this. Here we go. One area you might hear Bueller and a key is stuck close to something that might make you cooler. Let me do that one again. One area, this is Keys to Summer 2025 clue for Kalijah Country 97.5. One area you might hear Bueller, and a key is stuck close to something that might make you cooler. Okay, I'm gonna mark that one off right there, and we'll do another one after 7. today. Look forward again to Rodney Cousin talking about let's celebrate Camp Tuckabashie down in Prattville. 75 years. The memories old KD had with that just melts my heart. Tomorrow looks like a pretty good day for the farmers market. It's always a good day, and I'm anxious to see what's coming off. I know last week tomatoes, peaches, squash, a lot of squash, peppers coming off. So red potatoes. So y'all come on by 7-Eleven on One Court Square in downtown Alexander City. And also my buddy Robert will be over at City Automotive. He gets there early. He'll be there all day long, and he has a little bit of everything. Now, the difference in Robert and the ones at the farmers market, Robert brings his produce, his fruits from Chilton County. He doesn't grow them, but he brings some quality peaches, cantaloupes, and he may have some watermelons tomorrow. I know my wife's been wanting a watermelon. And you know what she told me? I always look for a watermelon. You folks know this. For a real ripe one, a good one, look at the bottom of it. If it's kind of yellow on the bottom, that means it's ripe because it's been sitting in a field. I don't know. That's what I got to look for tomorrow. Cantaloupes are in. So put that on your things to do tomorrow in downtown Alexander City. 7-Eleven, One Court Square. So looking forward to seeing that. Let's see what else we got going. A lot of this stuff already happened this week, so we won't beat that old dog to death. Spring cleaning. DM Russell Library would love to have your gently used books, audio books, or DVDs. Your donations are certainly appreciated. Donations accepted on the ground floor during open hours. Please no textbooks or magazines. Okay, it's just books, used books, audio books, or DVDs. We're getting real close to Project 412, June 19th through 21st. The Service Fellowship Fund, that's what that's all about. Volunteers are needing. It's something Jimmy Yates and several more putting in. At last count, Jimmy told me they have right around 200 volunteers, and the majority of those are our young people. Or young people there. They're in for a treat. A lot of them will be doing something they've never done before. So we salute you. We salute you, and I know this is going to be a very successful event. Summer Day Camp, of course, they got this going on. Outdoor games, weekly field trips, arts, crafts, bridgeways, where young people learn to care, connect, and contribute. This is over in Coosa County. Of course, that's part of the United Way. So get involved with bridgeways. Let's put that right over there. That's all in Spanish. I won't speak Spanish. I'm gonna put that over there. Here we go. Bill's Paving and Seal Coating presents Backyard Boilers Country Music Stars Jeff Bates and Andy Griggs with special guests. Of course, this is a huge part of Kalijah Country 97.5 tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow. Music begins at 2 o'clock, $35 at the gates, and this is who you're going to get to. Let me tell you what the proceeds are. They're benefiting the Reeltown Volunteer Fire Department. Good morning to you, Reeltown. Love that area. You're going to have Shades of Gray, Bo Jones, Kevin Moon, Russell Craig, along with the special guests. Those are the special guests. The headliners, Jeff Bates and Andy Griggs. So that's going on tomorrow, and it looks like the weather's going to be pretty good for that. So come on down for that. I know. Looking forward to Monday. Negrita Smart will be out here talking about grace and the power of prayer. Also, summer reading, June 10th at 10 a.m. at the Goodwater Public Library. Especially next week with the rain. Looks like it's going to be raining just about every day. you're looking for something to do for yourself, you're looking for something to do for your children, your grandchildren, right here in Alexander City, right next to the D.M. Russell Library, for your children, for your grandchildren, I'm talking about Mamie's Place Children's Library. So there's you something else to do. We got something to do right now. It's called a break. Town and Country Cleaners. Okay, the weekend is here. We got a lot going on that you need to look your best. Maybe you got a wedding to go to this weekend, or maybe another event. You want to look your best? Town and Country Cleaners, Cherokee Road, right next to Playhouse Cinema, can help you with that. Now, the girls will be open today from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's their hours, Monday through Friday. Town and Country Cleaners. Russell Medical Total Fitness is ready. Are you? Do you have arthritis? They can help. Pilates are for everyone. Ask them about the Silver Sneakers program. Get moving in a class now, or if you prefer, personal training on land and water are available. They have invested in new equipment for you. Invest in yourself with a dedicated and knowledgeable staff. Call today, 256-329-7623.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of our citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-5762 or go to acpr.recdesk.com.
Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Corey's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
Henderson Towing, Alexander City, 24-hour towing, jump starts, door unlocks, local and long distance towing, heavy duty towing. So let's get old Big Hoss to the rescue today. Here's that number. Now keep it handy. Henderson Towing, 256-392-4554, 256-392-4554. Henderson Towing, 24-hour towing, 256-392-4554.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy 4, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South, turning into Wind Creek State Park. And there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch. Let me tell you about the new location of Atlanta's. It's right across from Strand Park on Marshall Street. Now, you'll see the big sign, but you can eat inside, but you can eat outside on their porch. I just love it. For like a grilled cheese sandwich, but they're served on Texas toast. That's what I really like about it. And let me tell you something. They got those dirty chips. That's the name of them. They are delicious, and they got one heck of a breakfast too. For anywhere from a biscuit to a breakfast bowl to a breakfast plate to sandwiches. So go by and visit with our friend Miss Alana Gerard today. That's Alana's place in downtown Alexander City. Thank you. Welcome right back to the Front Porch on a Thursday morning. Let's go to the lines. Rodney, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Kenny. How are you?
Doing good. Hey, we appreciate you doing this. But I'm a big fan from a little boy for Camp Tuckabashie, and you're very much involved in the scouting. And let's celebrate. Let's tell them what we're celebrating, buddy.
Absolutely. We're excited that this summer represents the 75th year that we've had outdoor adventure and scout camp fun at Camp Tuckabashie and the Warner Scout Reservation. So we're actually having a special event coming up on Saturday, June 21st, a little later this month, from 5 to 9 p.m.
Right.
in the main dining hall at camp, and we're going to celebrate our Diamond Jubilee, 75 years of service and adventure. And we're inviting all former scouts, scout leaders, family members to come out and join us that evening for some great fun, great fellowship, some incredible food prepared by some of our best camp chefs that are connected to us. There'll be a silent auction. There'll be displays of memorabilia and memories, photos. And we're asking people, if you want, to bring your lawn chair, your folding camping chair, and we're hoping for a beautiful sunset over Crane Lake as we finish the event that evening.
Hey, let me ask you, let folks know where Camp Tuckabashie is.
Yeah, our camps are actually just outside of Prattville. They're in the area actually known as Pine Level, and we have one reserve that has 2 camps on it. Camp Tuckabashie is the newer developed side of the camp. The original Camp Tuckabashie was named Camp Dexter Hobbs some years ago, but they're important to us, and honestly, they're almost therapeutic to us, Kenny. We still enjoy a lot of learning and growing in the great outdoors, but it's a connection point for all of us that are currently involved in scouting, and when we're there, we understand and appreciate the long history that our camps have. And as we like to say, the camp is 75 years young as we celebrate and plan for the future.
Rodney, let me ask you another question. When I was a young man, I went to Camp Tuckabashie. Now, I'm 72 years old. Would I have gone, would this be the same location that I went to, or did I go to another location?
You would be on the same reservation, but you would have attended the original Camp Tuckabashie. And even though our gathering is in our newer dining hall, we will have opportunities for you and other alumni to go to the other side of the property to see the original camp. Of course, we've maintained it and modernized it over the years. But if you want to, you can still take your shoes off and put your feet in Lake Mildred if you choose to. It's a good thing. It's as beautiful as ever.
I had so many, or I still have those fond memories of Camp Tuckabashie as a young Boy Scout. I guess the only thing I really hated about going to Camp Tuckabashie is getting shots before I went. I'm 72 years old. I still don't like to get a shot. But I think about those old cabins. I think about the going to the mess hall or the lunch, and I think about the ping pong tables. But I think about those memories I made with guys that I still have. They're still my friends today. So this is Camp Tuckabashie has a very special place in my heart and my memory.
Absolutely, and I've known that since I first met you 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And those warm, heartfelt memories and reflections, a lot of scouting alumni share those. And what I enjoy traveling around different parts of our territory, and we have 14 counties in the central part of the state, it's always fun to meet gentlemen that were in scouting in the past, and I invite them all. Hey, come back, come see the camp. And a few have taken advantage of that, but this is an opportunity for everyone to reconnect, and that's what we really want. And you'll have a chance to meet some of today's folks that are intimately involved in program delivery and the council. And it's going to be a great time and a huge celebration for us.
I just think about, scouting. To me, I don't know if it's as big as it used to be coming up. I would love to see it grow because I think it's, again, it's something you learn a lot from. But it's still those memories you make as a young person that you carry forth. And an Eagle Scout to be an Eagle Scout, that's on your resume. That's very impressive job hunting. Do you agree?
I agree. The life lessons that we teach, and more importantly, to me, one of the most amazing things that comes from a young person being in a troop is that they have to learn how to lead, and a lot of that learning how to lead can also come by being a good follower. When their troop mates are in leadership, they have to learn how to grow and be part of a team.
Right.
But they learn how to lead, they learn how to problem solve. Naturally, they learn skills and crafts for being in the field, and those are things that carry over very well into adult life. Having Eagle Scout on your resume is a huge plus. I can share a quick personal experience.
Yes, sir.
I fought through all of the challenges and completed my Eagle. I wasn't a superstar though, Kenny, right before my 18th birthday. But when I was finishing college and looking for job opportunities, when I'd go on these interviews, and most of these were in Atlanta, Georgia at the time, the people would see National Eagle Scout Association on my resume, and that was the topic of conversation.
Wow.
And so my first great opportunity as a young professional was with a regional bank in Atlanta. And I remember an all-day interview process in downtown Atlanta in the skyscraper. There were probably, with the meals, 9 different people I visited with that day. And what was good for me is that 6 of those interviews were Eagle Scouts.
Wow.
Who were working for the bank. And so they didn't ask me about how many accounting classes I've had or anything like that. We talked about scouting. We talked about camp. What was your favorite merit badge? And so that was the first time for me. I had been told it was a big deal, but for me, that was the first time where it was real life for me. And to be honest, I kind of left that tower that day thinking, I got a pretty good shot because of all these former scouts that are involved in that company. And that ended up being a great start for me at the time.
But I've never heard anybody share a story with me about it being a part of your interview, a part of the job that you got. But you just summed it up. That's why scouting is so important. Those merit badges that you got then, I'm sure you've had to use some in your adulthood since you were that 18-year-old Eagle Scout.
Absolutely. I was giggling with my wife recently. The basic skills from plumbing merit badge still come in handy even in 2025. And I bet that I earned that merit badge in 1977, if I recall.
Wow.
So, and we're fortunate. We had a few really difficult years, but our programs are growing again.
Yes, sir.
Across Central Alabama. End of 2024 was our 3rd year of membership growth and serving more youth and families. We're excited about that. We're thankful for it. And we're always looking to connect to new families as well as we continue to scout forward.
Well, Rodney, we appreciate you letting us be a small part, the Front Porch being a small part of promoting this. We'll continue to promote this, but it's coming up again. Let's run down real quick. Coming up June the 21st. Yes,
sir. It's coming up on Saturday, June 21st. We're asking everyone to please register by June 16th.
Right.
The cost is $20 per person. You can register at tukabachebsa.org. That's TUKABATCHEEBSA.org. And or you can register here by contacting our office here in Montgomery. We're at 334-262-2697. and our receptionist can get you taken care of that way also. We're going to ask for information because the committee is actually sending out some welcoming information before the day of the event. So, but we hope to see a lot of people from the Alexander City area, and we appreciate everything that you guys do, Kenny, for the overall community. Thank you, sir.
Rodney, we'll continue to promote this between now and June the 21st. Thank you again for what you do for scouting. And if we can, if the old Front Porch can ever help you in any way, please call on us. We'd appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all very much.
Thank you, my friend.
Opportunity today.
Thank you, my friend. Rodney, take care, buddy.
You too. Take care.
Bye-bye. Well, normally, now Rodney lives down in Montgomery. Normally, we don't. I like to be face to face. Rodney's been on the show with us before, but again, I want to thank him. Thank y'all for being with us, and we'll be right back for more of the Front Porch. Lake Martin Dayville Area Chamber of Commerce says come on down and be a part of what we got going on. Let me give you Miss Molly's number, 256-825-4019. Get signed up for the Summer Barbecue Social. It will be at Newater Farms on Civitan Road. Music by my old buddies, Blackberry Breeze, great entertainers. Tickets are $30, which includes your food and your beverage. Get in touch with them today. That's 256-825-4019.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Porch Feed and Seed covers both sides of the road in downtown Dayville. Incredible selection of plants, stones, insecticides, and gift selection in the additional part. Our original store has tack and boots for men, women, and children, gloves, hats, belts, and Carhartt clothing. Come on in and visit. Open Monday through Saturday for your convenience with a whole lot of service. Floyd's Feed and Seed, downtown Dayville, Alabama.
On Lake Martin, there's so much to do, but if golf is your sport, you got to get to the all-new Stillwaters Country Club. We offer the region's best course and facility for only $40 per round and cart weekly, and an amazing $45 for weekend play. Make sure to inquire on any of our membership options, including full family, senior, student, or just spouse, options that offer true value for your golfing pleasure. Book your round today at 256-825-1353 and enjoy one of the region's best courses with top-notch service. Stillwaters Country Club, open to the public, golf, dine, and enjoy anytime.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you looking at the outside right now. Let's come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dayville, home-owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, late t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen to home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
I try to remember folks that's been out here over the years, and these folks right here showed up, and I had to look at their identity, check the driver's license, and I ain't seen these folks in a month of Sunday. Kurt and Lee Fitzner, and that's with a P.
P as in pneumonia.
P as in pneumonia. Have you ever had pneumonia?
I have not had pneumonia. I've had a lot of other things, but not pneumonia.
Have you, Lee?
No.
That's just
I never
something
have.
you don't hear people say a whole or say they've had a.
Yeah, they usually get it when they're in the hospital.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How the heck y'all been doing? 'Cause it has been a while since you've been out here.
My goodness, it's been
been
what do they
busy,
say?
hasn't
It's
it?
been a bit.
Yeah. It seemed like the last time it was a rabbit out here.
There
sitting over
was.
there.
Yeah, the rabbit. You never know when the rabbit's going to show up. I mean, when the rabbit's going to show
Yeah,
up.
exactly right. Pennington Park has been a blessing to y'all over the years, but it's a work of it's a lot of work.
It's a labor of love.
Labor of love. That's what that was a phrase I was trying to come up with. Thank you.
Thank you. And it has been no more of a blessing to anyone than us.
Yes, sir.
And we've certainly enjoyed the daylights out of it. And unfortunately, we're not in a position to continue that anymore. So we've got one more event that we promised last year that we were going to do, and that is Art in the Park. That's coming up on the 14th of June, and we're going to do that. And then after that, the park we'll repurpose the park, or we'll find someone who will be able to repurpose it.
If you had if your dream was, I'd like to put this here. What would, I mean? Let's just off the record. What would you and Lee like to see go there? Whether y'all put it there or somebody else. What's it? Because it's downtown.
Yeah.
Dable, where we talk about downtown and the growth of downtown Dable. People getting off 280, they got to go through downtown Dable, heading out to 49, 34, 50, where all that's grown like crazy and continues to grow. What would you like to personally see?
A circus.
Both of you. I would have thought I shouldn't have thought anything any different
I mean,
from him.
what did you expect? Right?
I mean, balloons, clowns. Now, actually, probably not much more than it already is. Keep the venue, because Dadeville doesn't have a venue like that.
A much needed venue, Kurt.
Absolutely, and probably a larger pavilion, a place where we could put seating. I would probably AstroTurf the whole thing.
Really?
And a place where, so
Well, you got a turf company right there.
Yeah, you do.
In Dable.
And then you've got that hill, probably a mini amphitheater, right along the hill, right over there, and just an opportunity to do, and people who are interested in keeping it that way, in running it and exploiting its capabilities and turning it into a place where everybody can come and enjoy what Pennington Park has brought over the last 7 years.
But Kurt, you said it, there's a need for it. The downtown area with all the entertainment, all the eateries that y'all have, some great eateries, and the entertainment, we're seeing it grow around here. We're seeing it not grow just on the Lake Martin area, on the different venues around Lake Martin, Alexander City, Russell Crossroads. You see what happens down there on Friday nights. There is a need for entertainment. And I would think even more so where y'all are because of the location of Auburn, the Lee County area, the way it continues to grow our way.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. We have a lot of talent.
You're
local
right. You're
talent
right. You're
too,
right. Mhm.
who would like to do things, but it's just somebody needs to have the mentality, the brain, what do
The
you want to
vision.
call it?
The
The
vision.
vision.
You're right.
To there are things like we many times wanted to do outdoor concerts and things, but with the park it's difficult because there's no way to contain the crowd and make sure that when they come in they've paid and
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you have someone who's demanding a paying event, so somebody with all this creativity.
And money. I mean, you have to have somebody that's
That's
going to
true.
put some money into it.
And that's why we've mentioned, number one, why we've always done everything free. The only time we've ever charged anybody for anything was Art in the Park, and that was a fundraiser for Art in the Park, and that was just booth fees. But we have never ever charged anyone to come in and be part of whatever it is that we had going on.
And you want to keep those things going that you've already started. I guess I think about the farmers market
Yes.
that was
We're
well
gonna miss
attended
those.
on Sundays, and I think about the
Christmas?
Christmas. In fact, I was going to start with Christmas, and I jumped right into the summer. But the Christmas and the way it's grown, and the way people, the children, and the joy, and the laughter, and the memories, and the pictures, and Santa Claus. Somebody got to write Santa Claus too. I mean, But you think about all. Somebody's got to carry that tradition that y'all started on.
And that's one of the things that I've kind of noticed is everyone's there to support it. But once you jump out and say, okay, we're passing the baton, oh no, hold on, wait.
Well, you're right, because it's a commitment.
It is.
I mean, you got to your time, your effort, and it's to carry on something like that, like anything. I guess I think about people that complain about this, complain about that. Well, okay. Well, you complain about. Well, why don't you get on that committee and help out? Ooh, don't want any part of that. I'd rather just complain about it. Well, you get on a committee. There's doers and there's not doers. Y'all are doers, and it's again. I go back to the word commitment.
And and I tell those people, we had a lot of people who wanted the park donated to an organization or to a municipality or whomever, and. And that's part of our retirement fund. So, so the capability of doing that probably is not there as much as we'd like to have it. But there are mechanisms, GoFundMe, crowdfunding, like Alexander City did for the park, fundraising drive that could easily overcome those small obstacles, and the opportunity is there. And we hear a lot of stories about what Dadeville used to have back in the 80s and the vignettes for Christmas all around town.
Okay, yeah.
And traffic was lined up almost all the way to Alex City going through that and experiencing it. And when I asked, why did it stop? And they said, well, the people who were doing it just got old, aged out, and the young kids were on their
Kurt, we talk about this all the time. In fact, when the ladies were on talking about the cookbooks at Dadeville First Baptist Church yesterday, we talk about you got to get those young folks involved in churches, civic organizations, because if you don't, they the older folks are going to not be there anymore, and then all of a sudden, it happened right here in Alexander City with the Civitan Club. When Ellen and I first moved back here in '77, my dad and other older gentlemen were a big part of the Civitan Club. Well, I got in. I didn't stay in. I'm not a good doer, or even getting on committees. This is where I like to do everything I do. Just let me talk about it. I can talk. I don't work much. I can talk. But I think about, and I looked at what happened to the Civitan Club. After a while, those older men, in fact, Mr. Harold Cochran just passed away a few months back. He was 90-something years old. He was a part of that Civitan Club. Well, all these other guys are gone. Well, you know what happened? Civitan Club dispersed of it. It went away. They've just started it back, I think, in the last year or two It's Lake Martin Civitan Club now. So here you're getting new blood in there. I think about the Elks Lodge. They're getting, younger folks in there. You got to have that. Not just the young folks to keep it going, but the energy level. The energy level, as we get a little age on us. Of course, I've always been lazy, so I can't use age, but it's, some folks, they start slowing down. They should start slowing down. Y'all should start slowing down.
And we've got bucket items that we want to,
What's top of your bucket list right now, if you don't mind me getting personal?
Going to Slap Out. I have never been to Slap Out. And
I'm gonna, you know what? The next question I ask, I'm gonna ask you. You know what? I'm saying, folks. Let me tell you what. I'm gonna have to have a talk with our guest off the air. We're gonna have to take a break. We'll be right back. Well, let's talk about some good food right here. Coons Corner Deli has just that: fried catfish fillets, chopped pork barbecue. Here's your veggies: loaded potatoes, broccoli, cheese, and rice, green beans, fried okra, mac and cheese, corn nuggets, and cherry cobbler. That's what's going on today at Coons Corner Deli. Breakfast is being served right now.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance now has the Cancer Answer. Our plans cover radiation and chemo treatments, surgery benefits, skin cancer. 30 specified diseases are covered. Our plan also has a return of premium benefit if not used. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
And obituaries are brought to you by our friends at Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Thank goodness we have no obituaries to report today, but to families that have lost loved ones, my heart goes out to each and every one of you, to the men and women that are fighting for our freedom. God bless you. God bless the USA, and we'll be right back.
Worthy and Mitchell Insurance is now offering medical insurance. We offer $5 million lifetime maximum per policy. You can customize a plan to fit your healthcare and budget needs. Use any doctor or hospital of your choice. Call Skipper Worthy or Terry Mitchell today.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times, and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
About an hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But with the Zaxby Sauce Boss box, he's dunking all over these fools.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor and the sheriff.
Who's got the sauce?
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Lake Martin Machine Gun is located in the eclectic area, or in the eclectic area off 231. Lake Martin Machine Gun is where you can shoot a machine gun yourself under supervision. These guys and gals know what they're doing. You can even take your own handgun for practice there. That's Lake Martin Machine Gun, which is also a part of Lakescape that's been all around Lake Martin, and they're still all around Lake Martin, but they're coming to Dable. They're coming to Alexander City to take care of our yards, to do repairs. There's a whole lot more than just land, taking care of our land and our yards. Get in touch with them today. Can't wait till I have those folks out here to talk about that. In fact, I'm going in there and shoot one of those machine guns real soon. Maybe I can take Kurt and Lee Fitzner with me. Machine guns, is that anything you...
I've fired quite a few. And as a matter of fact, when the wind blows right, we can hear Lake Martin machine gun.
Really?
First time I heard that, I tell you what, I was behind the dumpster.
You retired colonel.
Mm-hmm.
And
32 years active duty.
Active duty.
And sometime as a civilian. Worked up at the Pentagon.
You know, I remember when we first met, and y'all been coming out here for years, and then y'all, the story that you told. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, the first time you told me, you were talking to Kurt. He was over, and
he was in Baghdad.
Yeah, in Baghdad,
yeah.
And he's going through a war, literally. I mean, and you're hearing all this, right?
Right.
I'll never forget that. I just
rocket fire while I was on the phone with him.
Did that seem like a long, long, long conversation?
It did. And the people who were working around me were like, "Are you sure you need to be doing this?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Yeah, I need to hear this.
Yeah,
I need to be with him right now.
Yeah.
This didn't happen by chance."
Wow.
And it started after I was on the phone with her, because I was part of. I was the American liaison to the embassy there in Baghdad at the time.
Wow.
And so I had a State Department phone, and we were able to call back. And family well.
Was it a cell phone then?
It was a satellite phone.
Satellite phone.
Big
was it?
One of those big things.
Really? I be darned. Golly bum. I've never known. I guess I was thinking, when we had the conversation, I was thinking it was a cell phone. Yeah.
No.
So you were in Montgomery, right?
I was in Montgomery. I was working at Maxwell Air Force Base, the Doctrine Center. And I always talked to him during my lunch hour because he was going home at night from work while I was at lunch.
What was the time difference? Do you remember?
About 7 hours.
Really?
And so I would get there about 6 in the morning, and I would leave 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, depending on what was going on. And every time they had prayer call, almost every day, we were rocketed once in the morning, once in the afternoon. And this particular day, no rockets. We had prayer, and thank goodness. And so I called her up, and I was halfway to we called them hooches, and they were just aluminum storage sheds that we lived in. And we've routinely had shells. What the Iraqis would do is they would shoot up in the air above the green zone, and the bullets would go up however far, and then they came straight down. And they would go right through those storage sheds, and you'd find them on your bed, you'd find them in your room.
Why would they do that? Why were they shooting up in the air?
In hopes that a falling round would hit someone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Weren't they shooting across the river?
Well, it was too far. Sadr City was, and they're using AK-47s, so the round has an arc, and we had 12-foot concrete walls, so you really couldn't. Every now and then you'd get a couple clinking on the side of the building.
How you live in something like that, Kurt?
Carefully.
Yeah, I can see that, but the fear factor, did it ever leave you?
No, just as calm as I could be, but this is the hand I wrote with. You learned when to be outside, when not to be outside, and our building was hit probably, I was there from 04 to 05, no, 04 to 05, and we were hit probably 4 times, 5 times, and we had several people killed.
Wow.
And you could always tell because they had sensors all around the green zone. And that's where the American ambassador was, the 3-star and a bunch of other things. And of course the Americans, I love my Army guys.
Yeah.
But the only way they had to notify us that we were being targeted, we were being fired on, is they would say, danger, danger, incoming, incoming. And it's a big booming voice and would echo downtown. So the insurgents knew when they were detected, so they would go and, like fireworks, they'd go down the side of the Tigris River and light all the missiles and then they'd fire off into the green zone, and you just have to take cover.
Was this everyday, because you're living in Baghdad, what kind of life, I mean, this is a dumb question, what kind of life did you have for that year?
They tried to create a college campus atmosphere.
Really?
And so you were going to work, but what you didn't see is you didn't see the contractors, you didn't see the Army in what we called the red zone. And those were the guys out there running through town being shot at, many of them being killed up in Fallujah, down on the south side of town. And so there's a lot of, and then we had a hospital, and since I was the director of HR, I had access to all of that. And you would go down there, and the emergency section of it and ICU was just full of people, and it was absolutely nuts, the carnage that you would see.
Was it so it was not a 9-to-5 job?
It was more like a 5 to 9 job.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 in the morning till 9 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And we had
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
Yeah.
7 days a week.
So you didn't have much of a life. So get to talk to your lovely wife had to be help you get through it.
It was. I talked to her a couple times a week. And that one particular time, I was on the phone just saying, "Hey, I'm going back to the hooch. Going to chill out." My roommate was from North Africa, and he was a contractor, and that's all I can say about him without killing you. And halfway through the conversation, then we were rocketed, and missiles were just hitting.
I heard the booming voice.
Wow.
She heard the booming voice.
Incoming.
And of course, I at that particular point, I for some reason didn't have a helmet. It was a pretty calm day, so the helmet was left in the office. And I started running. We had designated points all over the place bunkers that you'd go into.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started running. And from what I gathered from my wife, and I don't quite remember this, she said, "Yeah, you were yelling. You were yelling." She said, "Most of the words I can't repeat."
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But a day to go out to eat, is that something you would do? I mean, is it just for a year? It's just
in cafeteria inside the palace. That's the only place.
So that's what.
Some of our contractors and some of our military would venture to. We had a place called the Green Zone Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
It was just inside the green zone from the red zone, and it was in a market.
Mm-hmm.
Once, I don't remember, it was during the week. We were right next to the State Department, HR department. They all went for going away lunch to the Green Zone Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Green Zone Cafe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
what kind of food?
And they had typical Iraqi food.
What's typical Iraqi?
Lamb, potatoes, vegetables, and those types
So
of things.
cheeseburgers out of the question?
No, well, we did have cheeseburgers that were offered in the cafeteria, our cafeteria,
Mm-hmm.
and they would do stuff as close to McDonald's as they could.
Wow.
But they were.
So they came out here to talk about Art Park. Have we even mentioned it? Heck no, but we did learn.
June 14th.
2/14.
June 14th.
Oh, June 14th. Yeah.
From 9 o'clock till 2:30. That's Saturday. Live music, art.
Oh yeah,
music.
We'll talk about that when we come back. If y'all don't mind, don't go anywhere. Carlisle, downtown Alexander City. Okay, the weekend's here. You got folks coming in. We got the Sunfest starting. A lot of things happening around the area. So come on by and visit Carlisle. Heck, it's been there since 1914. Go see for yourself.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Illiby Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret. An affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Illiby Towers, 256-329-0552. 256-329-0552. Illiby Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio, or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling, and Sarah Honda has your answer.
serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
Well, Playhouse Cinema will be cranking up tonight. Of course, they'll be cranking that popcorn up a whole lot earlier than that. You got Karate Kid Legends coming up, Lilo, Disney, Lilo and Stitch, and Ballerina. All of those, that's a John Wick show. You got 3 choices this weekend. Of course, they always have a matinee Saturday and Sunday at Playhouse Cinema, which is located on Cherokee Road, right here in Alexander City. It's always a treat to have these folks out here. And in fact, it's been a while since Kurt and Lee Fitzner have been out here with Pennington Park. Art in the Park, what exactly is that? I know that y'all have done this before, but what exactly is Art in the Park?
You're up.
You're
up.
You go. You go.
We do this every year. It's Everything's Art is Dadeville's premier art guild, and we have an art festival in the park, and it's going to be on June 14th from 9 to 2:30 in the afternoon, and we bring from artists from all over the area. We're going to have about 40-ish.
Wow!
And they sell their art, they sell their wares. We're going to have a food truck and couple food vendors, and we will have live music. David Jones.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah,
absolutely, great musician. We're also going to have a sneak surprise earlier in the morning. Some of the Dadeville performing art musicians are going to come down prior to noon, and David will be there from 12 to 2:30, and then from about 9 to 11:30, we're going to have some musicians just kind of jamming on the pavilion.
Dadeville Performing Arts Center, which is right downtown.
Downtown,
right at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
And it'll be a fun time.
Is this a bittersweet thing for y'all to kind of have to try to bow out of, doing, or is it relief?
I think it's both.
Yeah.
It's both.
It's like sending your kid to college, I guess.
I want to hear this.
You're glad they went, but you don't want them to go.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
But you don't want them to come back and live at home.
You talk to a lot of parents right now that's just happening.
That's right. Don't send your laundry.
Where did y'all go to school? Where did y'all go to college?
I went to Angelo State University in San Angelo, Texas, home of the Fighting Rams.
I went to AUM, and also, while Kurt was active duty, I studied from University of Phoenix and Troy. And
what were you studying?
Business, and I wound up getting an MBA. But I was doing television classes and self-study and whatever while we were overseas.
What kind of television classes? I need to take some.
Well, Troy University was located it was in Montgomery. They have a satellite class there, and they offered a number of television courses. And so I signed up a couple of business classes. And
I got to brag on her. Her last undergraduate semester, she carried 30 semester hours. Full-time
Wow.
was 15.
Golly.
And from different universities, different methodologies, different platforms, and
And I got a 4.0.
and she got a 4.0.
I've never heard this.
That's because my husband was working 24/7, wasn't it?
He wasn't here to bother you.
Welcome to the military.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you tell? I'm glad you brought that up. What do you tell young folks? And I do this all the time because I'm a big fan of the military. If it's what you are cut out for, what do you tell some of these graduating seniors that's on the bubble right now? You know what I do. I don't have any plans. How do you encourage them, or what can you say to them to get in the
Do it.
service?
Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Absolutely.
The military, now the services provide different types of focus.
Sure.
You know, Air Force is what I like to call the businessman's military. A lot of their professions have a unique and direct tie to civilian jobs. IT, aircraft mechanics, HR, medical, and all the other services have the same thing. But some of the services have professions that don't necessarily tie over.
Right.
That's in the Army, you're a soldier. In the Navy, you're out to sea a lot. There's a lot of uniquenesses when you're on the ship a lot. Coast Guard, you know, that is unique in itself. And so, of course, having been retired from the Air Force, I'm really, really big on pushing people toward the Air Force. First commitment's 4 years. It provides education. It provides a job. It provides security. It helps you grow up. And the Air Force, I believe, is the most education-focused service.
Right.
I mean, I've got an undergraduate degree in political science, a master's degree in strategic planning, a master's degree in business, a master's degree in logistics, and functional specialties in a lot of other different areas that provide you the opportunity to move around. So we both are education hounds, and if you and I believe the Air Force provides you the greatest opportunity and encourages you to pursue your education, to increase your professional capabilities and those types of things. The other services do that too, but I feel the Air Force provides a better platform for that.
It's a unique world.
Yeah. You're right.
A unique world.
You get to see the world a lot of times.
Yes.
You know, I hope you just encouraged a young person that was trying to make their mind up. I hope you just made their mind up.
I hope so, and certainly it's an opportunity that you know, you talk to a recruiter, or you know, go to our Facebook page, Kurt Fitzner on Facebook. My phone number is there. Call me direct. I'll be more than happy to sit down and talk to you about it. But in this day and age, you know, there are some specialties that are really hitting the market hard.
Right.
IT security. Our grandson just became a cybersecurity guy in the Air Force.
Demand for it.
Yeah.
And the Air Force paid for all of his certifications. They're paying for more. He immediately got a job with a contractor doing the same job that he's doing as a reservist. So opportunities are there. You know, you don't have to sit around and with your head on a swivel and try and decide what you're going to do.
And 20 years down the road, which can be real quick, boys and girls, I'm
Very
telling you.
quick.
But 20 years down the road, and tell me if I'm wrong with this, those benefits that you've built up, that you've got them forever. Is that correct?
Forever.
And I've got a friend of mine that's in his mid-80s now that was in the National Guard. And he, you know, and of course, as you get older, more medicines come on. A lot of them get to be real expensive. Just about everything he and his wife, medicine-wise, get, that costs them hardly a penny.
We've got TRICARE for life as a result of military service, plus civilian health care. And I had my heart surgery, which hundreds of thousands of dollars. Didn't pay for.
Wow.
Didn't have to pay for anything.
Wow, yeah, and that's something you need to, that's another benefit. Benefits when you're young, you don't think so much about them. You know, you just think about that big time salary. Those benefits, they're with you for a long time.
And your retirement's with you for a long time.
Exactly right.
VA healthcare is with you for the rest of your life. And you've got access to retirement homes. You look up here in Alexander
Bill Nichols
City.
Veterans Home.
The Billy Nichols, the Bill Nichols home.
Right.
A lot of opportunities that people don't think about. And life is like watching a NASCAR race.
Yeah, you're right.
Next thing you
good
know,
sound there.
He's pretty good at that voices, isn't he?
Do you listen to this all day long, or
Yes.
do you tune him out when you get up in the morning?
He won't let you tune him out.
Hey,
he just keeps coming.
I wish y'all all the best with Pennington Park, no matter which way it goes. But I just want to say, thank y'all for what you've done. Thank you for what you've done for the Dadeville community. I mean, y'all have paid your dues. I'll just leave it like
well,
that.
I feel bad that we're stepping aside, but hopefully someone will step up and continue the cause.
As that Pennington door closes, it's there for somebody to open. Let's open it up today. We'll be right back.
Our pleasure.
Doc's Cafe. Let's see what's on the menu today, because I guarantee it's going to be good. Breakfast, they start serving that breakfast early in the morning. Now, today's Friday. Oh, this could be good. I've had it before. Brisket sandwich or chicken pot pie. Wild rice, sugar snap peas, black-eyed peas, tater tots, and your soup of the day is chicken and wild rice. That's at Doc's Cafe. Tell them you heard us talk about them in a kind way on the front porch, and they're going to give you 10% off.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most. 256-827-5379.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Hello, this is Scotty Gordon at Cornerstone Insurance. Are you tired of paying too much for your home and auto insurance? If so, give us the opportunity to help you. At Cornerstone, we have 3 goals for all of our clients: asset protection, affordable pricing, and superior customer service. Come by and give us a call today to see what we can save you. 153 Alabama Street, 256-409-2299.
Well, it's 70 degrees right now. We're looking at 88 for the day's over with, and about a 40% chance of rain. That's kind of hit and miss tonight. A little bit lesser chance of rain. 72, partly cloudy skies going into the weekend. Slight chance of rain Saturday, 89, 71. And things to start Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We got a good chance of rain each and every day. 79 Sunday, 68 for low. Low 80s, upper 60s, really Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Chances of rain each and every day. So there's your 5-day forecast brought to you by Top Gun, Alexander City. That's Top Gun Pest Control. EMA time right now, Tallapoosa County, EMA, Emergency Management Agency. The man right here just got back from a conference.
That's right.
Jason Moran.
Good morning,
Good
Mr.
morning to
Kenny.
you,
How
sir.
are you?
So this is a yearly conference that you just went to with EMA.
That's correct. All the emergency managers from the state get together, along with the National Weather Service and some other different speakers come in that we kind of sort of either associate with every day or will on some kind of basis throughout the year.
Is every county, all 67 counties, do they have an EMA?
They do.
Okay.
And there's some laws at the state level that kind of sort of dictate what we do and the fact that we do exist. Work really close with public health and some other entities and agencies across the state.
FEMA?
Well, FEMA's the federal level of what we are here locally.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, but you also have the state level, and they're kind of a go-between between the local and the federal level. So they review a lot of stuff that we do, and a lot of monies. Well, all the money is actually from Fed. Most of it funnels through them to us if we get any kind of funds from FEMA.
What'd you bring back? It was new or something that you can share with us that happened at the conference that when you went in, you didn't see coming?
Well, one of the biggest things the conference allows us to do is to, we talk about relationships a lot, but we really count on those relationships from neighboring EMA offices and across the state. You know, the January 12th tornado, we had people here from Jefferson County and some other counties, St. Clair County, that came in and helped do damage assessments. The recent one we had in Jackson's Gap, we had folks from Randolph County, Elmore, Montgomery. There was one more, Lee County.
Do they have to call y'all and say, hey, can we help? We're coming. Can we? What can we do? Is that how that works?
Well, they don't have to, but they do.
Okay.
You know, I start if there's a tornado warning issue for this county, I start getting text messages. You know, normally within about 30 minutes of when it was issued, say, hey, are you all right? You know, that's the first thing we need to know. And I do the same to those neighboring counties as well. Hey, do you need anything right now? So, you know, in those first hours, first minutes and hours, it's going to be a response.
Right.
But then the next few days, you're going to need to do damage assessments and any kind of resources you might need that could come from another county and that kind of stuff.
When you say damage assessment, are you talking about where they come in and determine if it was an F1, 2, 3? Is that what you're talking about?
No, sir. That's done by the National Weather Service. They come in and look at the damages, whether it be trees, houses, roads washed out, that kind of stuff. They look at that and analyze even the limb size or the tree size, what mile an hour winds does it take to blow that tree down. You know, the one in Jackson's Gap, they call it the Horseshoe Bend tornado. They originally had it rated as an EF2.
Wow,
But
was it
after they
big,
went
strong?
after they went to Horseshoe Bend Park and
Mhm.
looked at all the massive amount of trees blown down and how big they were, they changed it to an EF3.
Wow, and that's huge.
Which I think is 130 or 40 mile an hour winds. Yeah.
You know, you think about even a 20 mile per hour wind. If you're just out and back, that's windy.
It is.
If you get anything in the triple digits, that's scary.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's strong.
Once you get over hurricane force, which is like what 70, somewhere in the 70, 80 mile an hour. Once you get up that fast, you know it's very destructive. Anything that's not nailed down, you know, rooftops, those kind of things. If it's not constructed properly, they're going to get blown away. Unfortunately,
hurricane season is officially here.
June 1st started hurricane season. It goes to the end of November. We're really not in a tornado season, but we can have tornadoes any month out of the year, and a lot of those in the summertime is going to be related to some kind of tropic event that comes up through the state. You know, the events that we got for this weekend, where we got a marginal and the next level risk, the green and the yellow. There's not a tornado threat. That doesn't mean you couldn't have one, some rogue tornado spin up. But this is supposed to be just kind of sort of wind event.
You know, the ground, we talked about this earlier, the ground is saturated right now. We've
Correct.
got a lot of rain. We've got more rain coming. And then if you throw a little bit of wind in there, you don't know. Those trees are a lot of them are just waiting. They're just waiting to fall. A lot of rotten trees.
Yeah, and just because you have a tree blown down, a lot of times the tree is compromised already. The tree might be 20 inches in diameter, and it might have one little spot over here that's 3 inches in diameter that's actually alive and holding it on. And so a small amount of wind can blow a big tree down, you know, and it looks like you had a tornado when you actually didn't. So, but you know, hurricane season did begin June 1st. And so, but you know, we just need to prepare. It doesn't matter if it's wind, hail, tornado, hurricane, whatever. The preparedness part of it's pretty much the same. You know.
We even had a guest yesterday. My buddy Robert Reams was supposed to be here at 6:30. There was a rotten tree that fell across the road he lives on. He couldn't get on. In fact, he went back to his house and got his tractor to get it out of the road. So it even affects a guest sometimes supposed to be on the show.
Right. So one of the things that kind of the highlight of the conference for me was it's Henderson County, North Carolina, when Hurricane Helene went through and they had all the flooding.
Oh yeah.
To hear that emergency manager, he's the same guy that I do here. He does there what I do here.
Right.
To hear that gentleman talk about it, and it's really hard to put it in words, but at one point the desperation that they were in, but they had a lot of planning that went in on the front end, just kind of sort of like what we do. Our geography is not the same as theirs, so I hope we would never have a flood like that, but they had waters in places that was 28, 30 inches deep. And
I've seen a lot of that. That was devastating.
Yes, that's the pictures they had. But even then, you know, we have state-to-state mutual aid, and the state of Alabama did send some people there, about 5 or 6 people that went. They helped with a distribution site. They helped with public information. They helped with incident command in their emergency operations center. You know, we do a lot of incident command classes and NIMS classes and stuff that we do here. So it's kind of like the Big Mac. If you buy one in Dadeville or Montgomery or Atlanta or North Carolina, they all kind of sort of taste the same. So, and that's how we operate based off of that platform. So the same thing you do in Alabama, you do the description of that job is the same as it would be in North Carolina.
That flooding in North Carolina, was there any lives lost in that?
Yes, there were lives lost. Lots of people had to be rescued.
Right.
There was a lot of air rescue that went on because the roads were gone.
Right.
And
these are roads that people used every day.
Every day. And so
even affected the Christmas trees up there.
Correct.
They slid, you know, down the mountains. because they grow like on the side of a mountain. And a lot of folks that would get Christmas trees here would go to North Carolina to get them by the truckload.
Correct.
They weren't there this year. I'm talking about the big tall ones. So
yes, sir.
It even affected that.
You know, my heart and prayers, thoughts and prayers go out to them still, because they're still in a recovery state.
Yep.
But they have a better handle on it now. And I will say that there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on in the background initially when things like that happen that people really kind of maybe they don't see. But they were working 24/7, you know, even right after the minute after the flood waters receded. It's going to take them a long time to get to a new normal, because it will probably never be the same again.
Flooding, in fact, I just had a buddy of mine that had been in the hospital, went home, ready to get in his bed. They had been gone 3 weeks, and his walked in the house, and the house was flooded. They'd built a commode, had been running the whole time. Nobody had been by the house. Water can be terrible to
absolutely.
And you think about a flood like that, you don't have just the water, you got the mud, and other debris that's all mixed in there.
And it wasn't just homes either. It was fire stations, police stations, that kind of stuff that was flooded as well.
The ones that usually go out to...
Correct.
How do you think about that?
And they had pre-stays and moved like EMS units, that kind of thing, out to different places, because they knew it was coming. They just didn't know it was going to be that bad.
They were warned.
Correct, yeah.
And so that helped. It was, you know, like I said, I've seen the pictures of, you know, people just, you know, their homes just literally washed away.
Yes, sir. It's
how do you, and the insurance, that, you know, the insurance folks have to go in there. How do they access that? I mean, you know, wiped out. I mean, you know, you lose a whole home.
Correct. So, I don't know. You just have to do the best you can with what you got. You know,
Mother Nature showed us, give us something to talk about a lot. We'll be right back. Lake Martin Garden Shop. Well, my buddies, today's the last day. Yeah, they've been open for several months now. You know, the weather starts to change, plants start to change, times change. But so today's gonna be your last day to shop Lake Martin Garden Shop, Highway 63 South, for a while, until the fall. Yeah, they'll be selling Christmas trees again this year. But right now they're running 50% off on their plants and pots. Go by and see them and just see what kind of deals they got running for you today at Lake Martin Garden Shop, Highway 63 South, right before you go into Wind Creek State Park.
Are you looking for a great deal on a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC full-size truck? Check out the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. Make the savings drive to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes, including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAV Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/HeartRussell.
Payne's Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, Donald, can you find it for me? That's Payne's Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number.
Hey, we're Kevin and Courtney Hall. I'm a lifelong member of First Baptist Dadeville. My wife joined me after we got married. We really enjoy First Baptist because it is a biblical congregation and very community-minded. Come join us.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool. Burnham Cosmetics, downtown Alexander City. I need to get by and see those girls, and you do too. They're located in their new location. I'm talking about Robin and Vicky on Calhoun Street inside the square. If you've not been by there in a while, go by and introduce yourself to them. Go by and meet them and see what they have. See their product, Merle Norman Cosmetics. Come back here and join me and EMA Director, Tallapoosa County EMA Director Jason Moran. Just went through a drill just in the last 2 months ago.
It was last month.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so what we done, and we talked about it beforehand, but we done what if the scenario was a water loss here in Tallapoosa County, where we have a water system that supplies the county, and what would that look like if we didn't have water? And it opened a lot of eyes and got a lot of people thinking about a lot of different stuff. Not only is it drinking water and stuff to do medical procedures with at our hospitals, and being able to take care of people in the nursing home and the VA, the ability to be able to fight fire, and the fact of, if you hook fire truck to a hydrant and nothing comes out of the hydrant, what do you do for that? So we do have a lot of our volunteer fire departments that are accustomed to that, and the fact that they draft out of whatever kind of water source it may be, whether it be a lake or the creek or a dry hydrant, we call it, or whatever, just be able to.
What's a dry hydrant?
It's like a piping that you install into a fish pond, and it just sits there static until you need it. You go by and hook your fire truck to it, and the piping goes down into the water, and you suck water out of the out of the pond. Okay. So there's some of those out in the county. Know that. So, but what we figured out is it's going to take everybody to help mitigate that. We could, at different locations on the lake and boat ramps and things like that, where you could back a fire truck to and pump water into the fire truck, maybe into another tanker, we call it, that moves water on the ground. Just being able to utilize, Russell has a pool on site, and being able to get that water out of the swimming pool and put it into a cooling tower or something, just to keep things going. And but we had an excellent response from administrations throughout the county. The folks, the staffing at hospitals and fire departments and our volunteer groups, and everybody was very responsive, and we all learned a lot through this. Then the third day, we actually set up a distribution site, if you will. We call them pods, but a point of distribution at the Sportsplex. And there would be places like that across the county, but we simulated that. What would it be like to set up cones and have people come through a maze, kind of like we did during COVID for testing and vaccination. And then have the equipment and the resources and the people to offload water off trucks and to put it in the back of people's cars, So what does all that look like? And it was, again, it was very eye-opening, and we had a lot of response from responders and administrations. The water department themselves played a huge role in it. And, I just want to thank everybody for everything they've done for that. It was a very well put together effort.
So how many agencies or how many people do that bring in maybe for another, this being a mock disaster, most time you got the same folks there. Did this bring in any new folks?
Yeah, this brought in, public health always does a lot with us, for us,
right.
And they participate in our exercises. But still, basically, the core group. All disasters are local, and they're handled local to begin with by the people that are here. And again, my hat's off to our groups, whether it's volunteer or paid departments. I think we work really well together with a common goal, and that's to help protect our citizens and prepare them, and supply them resources that they might need in situations like that.
I think about all these things, the different mock disasters y'all have gone through, and you come up, everybody gets together with I guess a committee and sits down, and so somebody had to kind of think outside the box for this one.
Yes. That was suggested. We actually started back in November of 24.
Wow.
Planning, and it was someone from Russell Hospital suggested the idea. So what if we didn't have water? And so that brought up, we got to figure out how to have that exercise first, kind of thing.
Did y'all do that at the college, the Central Alabama?
We set up the Emergency Operations Center at the college. Okay. We did do a mock press conference that day. And shout out to the paper. They had some really nice stuff in there for that. Miss Lizzie, and I appreciate what they've done.
Yes,
and
they do a good job.
Where they help us out and that kind of stuff. It takes a village,
right.
and we all, I think, collectively work pretty well together.
I remember, I always bring this up when we talk about this, but I remember a few years back, they wanted a mock TV team there. So
yep.
I'm there. So I remember Reese McAllister, and I've told this story before, but Reese was talking about, he was into it. He was getting on to him about the radios and this. I'm thinking, wow, he's really playing this up. Well, he wasn't joking.
He wasn't joking.
And if I'm not mistaken, since then, the radios have gotten, we've talked about this before.
Things gotten better.
Yeah.
So as a result of that,
thank you, Reese.
Some deficiencies were found, and that's why you exercise. Exactly. You write a plan, and you exercise your plan to see if it works. And that was one of the deficiencies that was found, and an area for improvement, and that took place. And now that aspect of things is better.
What has come out of this, or has anything yet come out of this that y'all have ever been to?
Well, what we do is we plan it, we do it, then we have an after action where we discuss things that went right and maybe things that went well, and so that's still in the preliminary stages. But we did have the after action review. There was a couple small things that came out, but nothing real major. Anytime you have mechanical or electrical equipment, you're at the mercy of whoever's supplying you the parts to fix that. And so that's kind of the scenario that we had built in. There was a part that we needed that we couldn't get. So what that does is creates, maybe we need to put that on the shelf somewhere, kind of thing. So, but again, nothing major. It was all minor stuff, that we can tweak here and there. Even the Red Cross practiced feeding, because they actually brought lunch to everybody that day that participated in the exercise, actually 2 days worth. So,
you know, I always think about what you just said. I think about it's got to be organized. You got to have people there. That's why you got to have people in place before it happens.
Correct.
For the feeding, for water, handing out water. So everybody could have a part, but sometimes you got to have it planned ahead of time. We'll be right back, and we'll wrap this show up. Well, let's talk about a place in Dadeville, Alabama. We've talked about Dadeville a lot. Downtown Dadeville, the Mitchell House. Now, Miss Vivian Autry, it's a place that's been there since 1835, but now it's been modernized where she added on where you can have about 200 folks in this one area that's really, really nice. If you're watching TV right now, watching us, you can see it to the left of the new addition. The old house is still standing. MitchellHouseEvents.com is where you can go get in touch with Miss Vivian right now.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Benton, Clearing, and Grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton, Clearing, and Grading.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Thunderbolt Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. Now let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415 they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's Highway 49 South in Dadeville. 256-825-4827.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We're your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
And welcome back to the show. Thank y'all for being with us today. I want to thank all our guests, especially y'all. Ryan, I want to thank you for keeping us on the air during this whole pre-recorded show. Of course, it airs on June the 6th. So make sure you tune us in on back in on Monday. Jason Moran, EMA Director, happy anniversary to you and your lovely wife, 39 years. Bless your heart, young lady. That's all I can say. Thank you for what you do, and everybody that's involved with the Tallapoosa County EMA, and everybody else that's a part of this. Because y'all,
I'm just a small part, and we have a lot of help.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate it.
825-1078 shows up on your phone. It's not a scam. It's the real deal.
Real deal.
This is the real deal. Get me out here, Percy.